5. Lastly, as I plainly perceive that the investigation of psychic phenomena, or the quest after truth, not only does not take a man one step away from God and his Christ but, on the contrary, brings him many steps nearer to him, straight into the everlasting arms, it follows that this fragment of the indestructible truth should also be carefully gathered up, preserved, and built into the great structure of God's mighty purpose towards mankind. Gather up the fragments that remain, that nothing be lost, was the Master's command, and, if men would but perceive it, this fragment of the everlasting verities might be rendered very precious indeed. I would state that, although I never attempted to investigate, till quite recently, that domain which lies beyond the ken of most men, I have always had a predisposition towards the occult. I have, moreover, never disbelieved in the practicability of spiritual manifestations. For the very good reason that if we believe in the book which lies at the very root of our own religion, the Bible, there cannot possibly be any room for disbelief, because, from cover to cover of the volume which men regard as Holy Writ, spiritual manifestations are recounted on almost every page. To one, then, who regards spiritual communications as lying within the sphere of human possibility, the experiences I am about to relate can only be looked upon as the operation of a natural law, one of those universal laws incessantly at work, but which men in their blindness fail to perceive. The principle here operating is the law of everlasting life. For thousands of years man has been told by prophets, philosophers and wise men, and by Christ himself, that he is immortal, and yet he will not believe, or, if he believes, it is only in a halting, flabby, half-hearted way that carries him as far as the grave, but not beyond it. He is sure that the mortal part of him lies in the grave after death, but, as he has no clear conception what becomes of his immortal soul during the period lying betwixt death and what is termed the Day of Judgment, he may possibly possess the idea that it exists in a dormant condition, somewhere in that vast unknown which stretches from time to eternity.